Adjust the bed to a comfortable working height. Fold the sling in half lengthways with the grooves of the fabric on the inside of the folded sling. Position the leg and the arm of the person to be lifted in preparation for them to be rolled onto their side. Place your hands on their hip and shoulder and roll the person towards you. Wrap the top side of the folded sling over the person and carefully tuck the lower side of the sling as far under the person as possible. Roll the person back onto their back. Reposition the person's arms and legs in preparation and roll them onto their opposite side. Carefully pull the sling through and flatten it out on the bed. Roll the person onto their back and check that they're positioned centrally on the sling. Carefully draw the leg supports under their thighs. Pass the leg suspension straps through the leg loops. The sling is now fitted and ready for the hoist. Bring the hoist over the middle of the person to be lifted. Attach all the suspension straps securely to the hooks of the hoist spreader bar. Advice on which loops to use is given in the posture management section of the film. Checking constantly that no part of the person is trapped and that the sling is not snagged, operate the hoist to commence the lift. Depending on the lifting height of the hoist, you may need to guide the legs of the person over the bed. If the bed height is adjustable, lowering it will give you better clearance. Guide the person onto the chair as you lower them, holding the front edge of the sling and pushing them as far back as possible. This avoids any repositioning need after the transfer. Unattach the straps from the spreader bar and move the hoist clear so that it's not in your way. Unlink the loops at their legs. Fold the leg suspension straps and tuck them into the elasticated pockets on the side of the sling. The shoulder straps can also be tucked into pockets on their lowest end for tidiness. Adjust the bed to its lowest position. Move the hoist to position the person so their bottom is halfway down the bed. You may need to guide their legs over the bed if the hoist does not lift high enough. As you lower the person, guide their lower legs down the bed so that they don't buckle underneath. Stop lowering when the sling straps are all slack and disattach them from the spreader bar. Move the hoist away so that it's not in your way. Unlink all the leg loops. Fold the end of each leg support under itself under the person's thigh and carefully draw them out. Position the person's leg and arm ready to roll them. Place your hands on their hip and shoulder and roll the person towards you. Tuck the sling carefully as far under them as possible. Roll the person back onto their back and reposition their arms and legs in preparation and roll them onto their opposite side. Carefully pull the sling through and out from under them. Roll them back onto their back or their preferred position and make them comfortable. The Glove Airflow Sling has extensor straps. All the posture adjustment is done by adjusting the leg suspension straps. The shoulder straps will adjust automatically as you change the leg suspension straps. The longest leg suspension strap position will sit the person most upright. The shortest leg suspension strap loop will give the most reclined position. A reclined position is usually more comfortable for the person in the sling, but can make it difficult to position the person in their chair. Using a tilt-in space or reclining chair will overcome this, or back care advisors are able to teach various techniques that will help. The optimum position for a person should be assessed by the back care advisor, an occupational therapist or another competent clinician at the time of prescribing the sling. It is often then written into the sling user guide or the care plan.